Good evening, residents of Alefgard. Tonight we have got a Dragon Warrior race from A to Z, presented in alphabetical order. It's aaron2u2, Artorious308, Zatrex17, and Ziggy. In this semi-final match, top two will go on to the finals, not necessarily the top two alphabetically. Joining me tonight, first of all, on tracking, it's RG365 and Shahali. On the restream, it's Velia V. And joining me in the booth, it's NG Dave. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Patrick. Looking forward to a fantastic race. We're in the semifinals, so everyone's going to be at the top of the game.
Yeah, this should be exciting. Aaron2u2, a previous Winter League champion, as I am well aware, but Ziggy, in his top 16 race, or his top 16 race, his quarterfinal race, to me looked incredibly dominant and jumped out as a real factor here, potential dark horse pick to go all the way. But Artorious, very experienced, and Zatrex having the run of his life here, really. And this is a highly volatile flag set. Anything could happen.
And we have monsters with chaos stats, but still get the vanilla XP. So hopefully you find a weak golem or red dragon.
Yeah, that's the dream. The big one this week, Flute works on everything. Reliable, 100%, put him to sleep every time, as long as you're willing to take the time investment to play it, and you have it in your pocket, of course. And that includes the Dragon Lord. So that's going to make a big difference. But we are down and away, and we're going to get to see what is in these first two treasure chests in just a second. It is a key, so we got an extra key, and an herb, which that's another one of our flags this week. Those herbs restore MP, which is a tremendous upgrade over what herbs usually do at endgame. But right here in these very early stages, you might, I mean, they don't have any spells, so like, what good is that MP gonna do? You'd probably rather that restore your HP, especially when you're trying to punch through these chaos enemies on 1 or on 11 strength, and the Drakima puts Artorious to sleep right away. Thankfully, it doesn't hit hard.
Yeah, so we know the Drakima is not what we're hunting for. Neither is the skeleton.
Yeah, ideally what they're looking for is the noodle, which is going to be the one or potentially 2 or 3 enemies that don't give the vanilla experience. Oh, Ziggy's already checking. There's a death necklace in the treasury, and he's got a gold grind just right away. Just stumbles into it. Decent odds there that you get that. But yeah, extra herbs, and the flute turns up in there. Ziggy decides he doesn't want it, though. He'd rather keep the key. We'll see if Zatrex does something similar. Artorious has maybe hit Pater with this Metal Scorpion. It's doing low damage.
I'm seeing 0 to 2 from it. That's likely our noodle.
And it sure is. It goes down worth 25 experience, and that's not enough for level 2. Did anyone catch what the points to level 2 are?
At least 26.
Yeah, we're going to get to see here. So he's at 25, and he needs 23. That is, what is that, 48?
That is 48 to level 2.
That is really bad. We have got quite a level 1 jail here. Thankfully, with those metal scorpions, should be able to get out. Aaron gave up the key, kept the flute, and is playing some music for skeletons. And he knows with that fairy flute, putting stuff to sleep, he could walk pretty far.
And Aaron walks directly into Tablet Cave. I don't believe treasure guards are on this week.
No treasure guards, so you gotta open all the chests.
But also
you don't have to worry, you might be able to grab that Erdrick sword at level 1, not have to fight through a treasure guard.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. You don't have to worry about a guard stopping you from getting a sword or an armor.
Ooh, and Aaron grabs some fairy water. That would be pretty nice if it was in the other cave with no monsters and 1 treasure chest. Unfortunately, this one takes about 2 minutes to walk all the way through, so you probably don't want to grab multiple of those. Zatrex did a full gold grind. He is at 33,000, which is enough to buy anything he wants, including that silver shield, flame sword, and magic armor. But he's going to be depending on the fairy flute to get him around these stronger enemies. Hoping to find a town, though. On the small map, you might have a decent shot. Meanwhile, Ziggy is the first to escape jail. He's all the way up to level 4 at 75 experience.
Speaking of towns, Aaron does find Breck.
Yep, Aaron locates Breckenary, but another one of our flags, that vendor shuffle, no guarantee. Okay, there is a weapon and armor vendor, and she does have the silver shield, so if Zatrex makes it there to Breckenary, he'll be able to grab the main thing that you want.
Oh, and Breck has keys in the item shop.
Ooh, yeah. So Aaron not punished at all for giving up that key. Absolutely the right call. And in fact, there's a silver shield right behind the other locked door in Tanagal, so if only Zatrex had a second key, he'd be able to get that. But right now he's walking around, 4 hit points, no way to restore them. Remember, those herbs restore MP, and he has no spells, but he's got 2 towns on screen. Gonna play it very safe. Oh no, he throws fairy water at the red slime. That may have been a... no, I think that was a mismenu.
I think you're right. I think Stalwart Fairy went, that's my flute.
Yeah, he saw fairy. Don't do that against the Dragon Lord, except in this seed. If you do that against the Dragon Lord, you're fine. Probably the reverse.
On Ziggy's side, we did see Drakimas are in fact murder bats, and one of them gets Zatrex too.
Yeah, Zatrex just challenge of determination here to make it to those towns. He can definitely do it, but he needs a little bit of luck, even with that flute. Yeah, that's what I was referring to, Chirno. That's like the big danger, that you accidentally play the flute at the Dragon Lord when you mean to throw fairy water. But in this one, you know, it's more likely that the reverse would happen. You mean to play the flute and accidentally throw fairy water. And Ziggy all the way up to at least level 5 here at 100 points. He gets 2 strength, 2 agility, 3 hit points, and 12 MP, and the spell of Outside, which might be nice if he hasn't reached that tablet cave yet. Save him a little bit of time there. Oh, and Zatrex 1 step away from the town and gets sneak attacked by the green dragon. Hit for 30. That's just brutal. I mean, we know Aaron's made it, and he's still level 1. Has not gotten a kill, has Aaron. So yeah, it's kind of Aaron and Zatrex have done a little more to secure their position, but haven't gotten any experience points yet. Meanwhile, Ziggy and Artorious just focus the experience. Yeah, and here Ziggy gets to cast Outside to get out of that tablet cave.
Outside looks to be its vanilla casting cost.
And Ziggy has located Garenham, finds a tools vendor who sells those precious magical herbs, but still no healing spell. So you're still kind of in the position where you'd prefer if the herbs brought your healing back, because you know you're not going to want to cast Radiant and Outside that many times.
And Garenham, just a pair of tool vendors.
And oh no, those 2 towns are Garenham and Hawksness. So that won't do Zatrex any good. There's no equipment vendor. Oh wow, yeah, I don't know where Breckenary is then. That is what Aaron found, and that's what Zatrex needs is Breckenary. There's no key vendor here either that could potentially get him into the other shop in Tanagal. This is brutal for Zatrex. That's a big setback. Artorious has a red dragon on screen, and it goes down to 1 measly hit, but it's a noodle! Oh no! And it only gives 12. That's brutal. So now you're just hoping for the golems for that big experience point payout.
I thought with these settings that I didn't realize the noodle got its XP nerfed.
Yeah, the noodle has I don't know what the range is, but the noodle does get randomized experience points in contrast to all of the other enemies that have vanilla experience points. That's a feature of random stats, I think. It's independent of random experience points.
Ah, okay. Good to know.
Yeah, I think I found that out in 2024, the first time I ever played non-standard flags, and I like asked about it in training room or something like that, and probably Beta explained it to me. Under the castle, we have Swamp South. So we'll see what Aaron does. He's still level 1, not on the board.
Zatrex does find Breck is going to be very happy.
Yeah, as soon as he makes it to the fairy water girl over here, he is gonna breathe a sigh of relief.
And we did see Flame Sword is for sale in Tantagel, so buying the keys will allow for that too.
Yeah, I got the broadsword for now and a full plate. Does leave enough money for the flame sword, not enough to also buy a magic armor, but honestly the full plate's probably fine until you find Erdrick's armor. You might not even need Erdrick's armor with these flags, but the question is, I mean, Zatrex just spent the first 10 minutes of the seed cashing in a gold grind. Now, you know, what's really going to be critical is how much value is that silver shield actually going to get him over Ziggy and Artorious, who have spent that time gaining experience points. And now Aaron is on the board. He got a metal scorpion kill, it looks like, at 25 experience points, and will maybe take out this wraith and get another 42 and level up.
Oh, these wraiths are punching pretty hard.
Zatrex rolls a critical hit on the rogue scorpion, takes it down for 70. So he surges ahead of Aaron and already reaping the benefits of that broadsword that he bought.
Okay, that's where Breck is. If you keep going west from the Tablet Cave and Garenham, you run into it.
See, Zatrex is back in Garenham. I guess he found... Oh yeah, there was a key vendor in Brecken area, that's right.
Yep, at the item shop.
He finds a whole pile of junk in the back of Garenham. No value there. Got some curse belt knowledge at least.
Do see Artorious taking on his Armor Knight, gets a crit on it.
Yeah, unfortunately, this Armored Knight doesn't look super forthcoming. Oh, it does go down for 172, and that's with no weapons at all, only 29 attack power. So, yeah, Zatrex at level 3 has considerably more attack power with that broadsword than Artorious has at level 6. But Zatrex busy down here in the mountain cave behind Garenham, finds a dragon scale, and we're going to see up here in the top left.
And we have seen across our runners looting that we found 3 different cursed belts.
3 cursed belts, all right. That's pretty quick to have all 3 cursed belts. And yeah, confirmation that all 3 of those search spots are populated, so that Hawksness has to be on your mind. You know, I think the way it works, like the top 4 strongest enemies are eligible to be the Spike Tile in Hawksness and in Swamp Cave and Charlock. I'm not sure exactly how the formula works to determine what the strongest enemies are, but no reason why it can't be something with, you know, 15 hit points that you can bring down pretty easily. You know, Zatrex might be thinking about that with his sword. Looks like that Droll Magi was pretty strong. Was that a swing for 56 on Ziggy there?
Yeah, good old Chaos Monsters. Sometimes like the lowly slime decides to get revenge.
And Zatrex is going to get the Red Dragon disappointment, but now he's going to do the Armored Knight, and this should go down pretty quick for Zatrex with his broadsword.
I'm guessing 3 swings. Can we solve for? Yeah. So it looks like Armored Knights are our grind target right now.
Yeah, definitely the best thing that's been found so far. The Golem is really the potential experience point pinata, but I don't think that has turned up on anyone's screens, at least with the Red Dragon out of the discussion. And yeah, it looks like our runners have converged on this Armored Knight, looking to get some experience points, get out of the early levels, get a healing spell is I think what you really need right now, and a big strength gain there at level 7.
We do see in the same zone there are Magic Wyverns you might want to stay away from.
And yeah, it looks like, according to Cherno, Zatrex did not check the shop in the back of Tanagel, and yeah, would need to find a little more gold to get back up to Flamesword money to buy that one. So we'll see. Could make a difference, because this is a flag set where there's a pretty high chance that you could think about doing the Dragon Lord without Erdrick's sword. In fact, you know, really the only way that you wouldn't be thinking about it is if you happen to find Erdrick's sword. So the difference between a broadsword and a flame sword could be pretty big here, that 8 points of attack. But so far no one has made the play for equipment that Zatrex did, and it's looking pretty good. Like it's helpful. Zatrex has surged back into you know, being in level parity with Artorious and Aaron, and Ziggy has fallen behind a little bit, but that Scorpion is going to hit pretty hard. I think did it cast sleep on Aaron, or did it just wake up?
I think it casts sleep.
So yeah, that Scorpion a little scary. But the Armored Knight's flowing for Zatrex.
And for Artorious as much as possible.
Yep.
I would say I think these Armored Knights, yeah, level 7 Armored Knights are starting to run.
Yeah, Artorious is up in these trees here. I don't know if there's something he spotted.
There's Armored Knights up there too.
Oh, maybe he doesn't know about them in the desert tiles, because the desert tiles are definitely better. Yeah, it's the same zone because there's the red dragons as well. I swear I saw him in the desert. And looks like a big climb to level 8, 1,500 points. I'm not sure which runner that was for, but yeah, it's looking like at least well, over 2,000 total that they're gonna need to get to level 8. So that's a bit of a, I mean, yeah, you don't expect with this flag set to see like lots of grinding, but it can happen if those levels are far apart.
Yeah, Archie's got the right of it. 1501.
Oh, it's 1,500 total, not 1,500 from where they were.
1,501 XP.
Okay.
That one is very.
Gotcha. Our intrepid tracker RG looking at the screen.
And also doing math, so we don't have to.
Yeah. Two things that I struggle with. The Stone Man finishes off Zatrex still. No way to heal out in the field. Only available healing right now is going to an inn because those herbs restore MP. So that, I mean, again, like restoring MP with herbs is way more powerful than restoring HP in principle. But right now, you just like any way that you could to restore MP. But yeah, Zatrex's play for equipment is looking better and better as this stretches out into kind of a grind situation. I mean, he can just take apart these enemies way faster than anyone else. Ooh, and there's the Axe Knight. Zatrex plays the flute. That's worth 130. If they're a little stronger than the Armored Knight, they might actually be better if they don't run away. It swings for 7, so probably a little stronger?
A little stronger, but not strong enough. Well, we're not breaking it, so it's got at least 60 strength.
I think Zatrex is probably breaking it.
Oh, yeah, that is breaking. Never mind. But I think you are right, just a little bit stronger. Well, if it's
yeah, but they're also casting stop spells, so they're pretty passive. Unfortunately, they definitely have more defense. Oh, and there's the kicker. They are packing.
They have become a less good grind.
Yeah, they are fully loaded. Packing live rounds are the Axe Knights, breathing fire for 70 damage. That's probably going to take them off the table. Just too risky.
Jeez. You're not even trying to curse and you're doing a good job of it. Well done.
Yeah, I just provide insightful commentary and don't worry about what supernatural effect it may have. It's not my prerogative to make sure that I don't impose any curses upon anyone over the internet. But Zatrex has also found a green dragon, which is totally a good grind. Okay, right as the breath comes out.
Okay.
But it is the weaker breath. But when you can't heal at all, that's still pretty bad. And it looks like it has about 1,000,000 hit points.
Yeah, Zatrex was chopping away this for a while and couldn't get through.
Yeah, unfortunately, Zatrex's decision to explore other options has led the Armored Knight loyalists to catch up to him, at least Aaron.
Aaron is sticking to the AKs and is 1 away from level 8.
He's blowing the flute. I suspect that that's mainly to keep them from running.
Yeah, they don't get a chance to run if you skip their turn.
Yeah, it definitely improves your odds of keeping it around. The downside, of course, is that playing the flute takes a long time. But Aaron reaches level 8 with 7 strength, 2 agility, 7 hit points, 5 MP, and nothing else. No spells. Still no healing available. Decent stat level, but we don't know how far it is now to level 9. It could be another bad one. Meanwhile, Zatrex is trying the Axe Knight again, and he does get it. Brings in that 130.
And Magi Wyvern back attack and immediately says, go home.
Oof. Yep, the Magi Wyvern's also packing the red hot chili pepper breath.
And Aaron continuing to play with the Armor Knights. Looks like Ziggy and Artorious also, or at least Ziggy's trying to get some more exploration.
Yeah, Ziggy, unfortunately, pretty stuck here, well behind on experience. He might not know about the Armored Knight, or he just hasn't had luck in getting them. I thought I saw him down there trying to grind in the same area. Here he's now staring at the Axe Knight, and unfortunately, I suspect he'll be punished again.
And there it is.
Yeah, Beta. Might be cool to have that as a flag option, just monsters don't run. Except for metal slimes. Yeah, maybe.
The metal slimes running is too iconic to remove it.
It would also be pretty powerful if they just couldn't run away. You know, you find a zone with them that might. Yeah, I guess it might not be super overpowered. It would make them. It would make it perhaps very volatile in favor of players who are lucky enough to find them. Zatrex is swinging on this skeleton. I'm not sure. He must. I mean, there's not really any reason to do that given the flags. I guess it may have just been like a habitual thing.
I've done that more than once when mindlessly grinds is like, just mashing the A button.
And it looks like Zatrex has seen the light and is just going to fight these armored knights rather than trying to get cute about it and looking for other stuff. Meanwhile, Ziggy is actually off on the exploration, and he has found.
Ziggy finds a metal and it runs.
Yeah, he also found a metal slime, which acting in character by running away. So they'll give their vanilla experience or their standard flags experience, I guess, with the scaled metal slime. So they ramp up. I think it's level 8. They give the full 255.
Demon Knights are a little punchy. That was a 98-point punishment Demon Knight on Ziggy's side.
Oh yeah, that's the enemy. But let's hope they have 200 HP and that there's one on the Sharlock Spike tile, or one on Hawksness standing on the armor.
Can we also give it about 200 agility?
Yes, the true final boss of Dragon Warrior, the perfect stats enemy. 255 across the board. I don't know enough about it. I haven't looked at the code or anything to know if that's theoretically possible. Very unlikely, of course.
I don't know anything about the code, but I don't see any reason why it would be impossible.
Yeah, I just don't know if there's like a restriction on how crazy, stupid, bad an enemy can be.
We want these seeds to be winnable safety.
Yeah, like what would you even do? I mean, it depends, because there's also the resistances to think about. You know, if it was susceptible to hurt more and you could put it to sleep, you could beat it. But yeah, what Chirno's saying. 255 all stats, 9 out of 16 stop spell resistance, sleep DL2 would be like... Well, actually, you wouldn't even want the DL2 breath, because the DL2 breath would do less than its attacks. It just seems like nobody really wants a piece of this seed without a healing spell, which is understandable. Everyone just wants to keep fighting monsters. Ziggy is trying the green dragon now, which could do a little bit to get him back into this here if he can bring it down. They're pretty mean though. This one's sleepy.
This seems to be taking pieces out of runners, and like you said, we've no healing. Well, level 9 gives us basic heal.
Yep, heal turns up at level 9. It costs
5 MP.
5, which is pretty expensive for a plain old heal.
But it does give our runners some level of sustain, which they've been lacking.
Also gives Zatrex the sleep spell, which I guess is good if you're in a hurry. and Aaron right behind him getting level 9, which is pretty impressive because Zatrex obviously has a huge advantage in this grind, carrying broadsword, full plate, silver shield. But Aaron with the hand axe chainmail, no shield, but it's still almost as good as long as you're not fighting enemies that are strong enough for the defense to make a difference. He's only 5 attack power behind Zatrex.
Aaron did buy a hand axe and chainmail.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
Yep. So, as Beta's pointing out, defense is largely irrelevant as long as you're grinding on those AKs.
Yeah. Yep. So that that allows Aaron to keep up, and we can see they're running almost in lockstep. But Aaron now with his healing spell is investigating Garenham. I think it's at least his first visit with a key supply, so he can open these crummy chests, get his cursed belts and torches. Oh, I didn't catch the Druin Lord. How bad is the Druin Lord?
It also said go home. At level 11, either 10 or 11 gave us heal more, because 10 and 11 came back to back.
Yeah, 10 and 11 nice and close together, one armored knight of each other, and heal more appears. We'll have to wait for Zatrex to cast it before we can find out how much it costs. Artorious makes it down here past Sharlock and finds Cantlin, which is a big deal. Gonna be able to get those coordinates. Checks the equipment shop, but with only 170 gold, there's not much you can buy.
We know the cords are live. We saw the 3 curse belts, and we've already seen the flute and death necklace.
Yeah, Zatrex is fighting the Magiwyvern here. Not sure if he was aware of the DL2 breath, but it stayed asleep for him after a flute play, and he's gonna try the spike tile. Gonna cast regular heal? Didn't even try casting heal more, just to show us. But it's a Star Wyvern. Let's see how this goes. Plays the flute.
If this is a relatively easy fight, you might just stay here and grind.
It seems to have a pretty decent bulk. Oh, goes down in 3 swings, doesn't wake up. We're not going to get to find out how it earned its spot there on the spike tile. And that's good enough for level 12 with 15 strength, 1 agility, 2 hit points, and 15 MP. And Erdrick's sword. So this is going very well for Zatrex so far. Definitely looking like he's in a solid position. Artorious gets blasted in the face by a Droll Magi for 54. I didn't see. Does he have a key supply? Could he even get those coordinates?
I don't think Artorious had key. Has keys. Oh,
I mean, apparently
Artorious couldn't get
the treasury.
No, Artorious couldn't get there. No healing.
Oh, yeah. It was mathematically impossible for him to survive the trip. That's pretty unfortunate. Because when Aaron and Zatrex get there, they'll be able to do it no problem. Aaron is gold grinding now. Gonna get that silver shield, cover that defense gap with Zatrex. And Zatrex is going to finish out the mountain cave up here.
Aaron might also be grinding for the flame sword. We know that's in the back of Tantagel Castle.
I think there might have been silver shield as well.
Yeah, there was both. It's a really good shot back there. At least
get those. Just a bunch of cash in Mountain Cave that Zatrex doesn't really need anymore.
And Ziggy is finding it as well. Ziggy wants nothing to do with this roll. I do not blame anyone for that. Healmore costs 6 MP, by the way. We just saw a cast.
Okay. Yeah, this is already a much less free seed than mine was.
Yeah,
yesterday.
you had the freest of seeds with that 1 MP heal more.
We have those 1 MP heal mores, you know.
We just don't talk about the blue dragons in that seed.
Just don't get hit. It's easy. Just cast hurt mores and they die.
We do see the Stone's Cave with homework in it, just slightly different homework.
Yeah, the token turns up there. I think that's the first homework item they've found. No stones or harp yet.
I believe that is correct.
Looks like Ziggy wants to set up a gold grind here, letting the Wraith have a lick at him. I was kind of, when I was practicing for this flag set, I was kind of anti gold grind, just because, like, you know, like, how much difference is a silver shield really going to make when you can just put the Dragon Lord to sleep? But yeah, I think Zatrex had the right idea getting it done at the very beginning, and then it worked out for him really well, because it turned out that there was a big grind in store, and I think that's going to be like the main area where all that equipment really helps him. Besides that, I mean, he'll be repelling a lot of stuff for sure, which might speed things up a little, unless they end up going for the kill before ever learning repel.
There's also the idea of can you repel stuff even with 90 plus defense? Who knows what the strength rolled in there?
Also, you know, level 12, being able to put the Dragon Lord to sleep has you saying, maybe I can do it here. But I mean, that's kind of the name of the game with this flag set. Like, you know, you have 51 agility, right? You have like 10 heal mores, a lot of attack power, but like, you know, 90 hit points. It would be really yeah, like, I don't know, right? You're just kind of hoping that you get 13 on your own, you know, without having to grind for it, and that, or 13 or 14 or 15, and that it won't matter because you'll just get the stats that you need anyway. But yeah, you're kind of in that scenario where it's like, what can I get away with having the flute in hand?
The flute does mean your agility's not as important for trying to run from stuff in Charlock.
Yeah, that's very true. But I mean, you get back attack smacked for 90. You know,
Yeah, Demon Knight just shows up and sends you home.
Yeah, like the factor of risk tolerance. You know, what are you willing to accept that might happen to you, versus how much are you willing to grind? Aaron probably going to get his sword pretty soon, unless this Star Wyvern wakes up and shows us why it is on its tile.
That's a 70-point punch through 65 defense.
Yep, those, I don't know if the Star Wyvern does its attack with its wings or its beak or its tail, but whatever it is, it was finely honed in this seed. And that's pretty unfortunate for Aaron. He's going to have to go back there and do it again. Meanwhile, Ziggy gets his gear, but well behind on experience points.
That gear will help Ziggy catch up on XP.
Looks like Artorious is the only one who really has no interest in doing that gold grind.
We did see 24 more MP at level 13, so we have plenty of healing. We're up to 96 HP with 72 defense now. 13 is pretty well go.
In all my playing of this flag set, I was never in a situation where I had to use the magic herbs during the Dragon Lord fight. That is a thing you could do. I'm assuming. I never tried it. And like, you know, hopefully you don't have to. But if the dragon, you know, hypothetically, you might not get that many extra turns from playing the flute. Beta saying I didn't practice enough. Okay, yeah, you can check the scoreboard, Beta. Yeah, I did like one where I did it on 111 attack power. and was swinging like 2 to 5, and it took forever. And I was like, surely it would be faster to just grind the next level and get more strength than to fight the Dragon Lord for like 20 minutes. And that's not going to be a problem for these runners as long as they get the sword already at 129 attack. Is Zatrex, which is plenty.
We did see Wizards also packing DL2. The Dragon Lord taught a whole bunch of things how to channel its breath. Do have a blue dragon sighting on Ziggy's side, getting some good
Zatrex just opted to cast Sleep on the Droll Magi rather than playing the flute, which is the kind of high-risk optimization I can respect. Meanwhile, Aaron getting more fair and balanced skill-based deaths delivered to him by the Demon Knight.
Yeah, just casually back attack and punch for your entire HP pool. No big deal.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't see that coming, man. Just blow the flute before the fight, yeah.
Maybe just keep a flashlight on hand so you can...
There should be a flag where every time a battle starts, both the player and the enemy start asleep.
That is one of the ideas. Yo, dog, we're like RNG.
One of the ideas in the history of this game. Narcolepsy, yeah. Zatrex reaches level 14, which has 1 strength, 20 agility, 7 hit points, and 2 MP. You don't mind that agility. That's 10 extra points of defense, so surely that'll put some more stuff on the repel list.
Beta, I don't know how you managed to catch my playing a Slay the Spire, but I agree with you on that.
I've never even played Slay the Spire. That was a Quinn original as far as I'm concerned. And Zatrex continuing to swing on the Armored Knights as he sees them. In my seed, I got called out a little bit for continuing to swing at stuff on level 15, but the reason I was doing it was because I considered it to be a safer maneuver against certain enemies that happen to give a lot of experience rather than running away, and that could be although I think those AKs are not super dangerous.
No, they look like they just have hurt. We did get a corners check on Aaron's side. 5 north, 85 west.
Huh. 85 west. I'm trying to visualize the starting area, and Zatrex gets incinerated back home. The Wizards are also packing, so Aaron puts that one to sleep and casts Heal More. I guess he wants to try and fight it. Yeah, brings it down. Gets that one.
Grind in this forest. Did get to level 9. We know level 10 and 11 are not far behind.
Yeah, Ziggy finds his Erdrick's token, looking for some sort of entry path back into this race. Unfortunately, it's not looking super likely for him. But Artorious still no weapon. So that's definitely slowing him down a little. He's fighting that Druid Lord that I've heard was bad for the measly 58. Yeah, he just wants the Armored Knights, I guess, in the forest here, which is considerably worse. He's still taking these metal scorpions. That was the noodle, only worth 25.
Aaron finds coal, which gives us the harp.
That's an important find. Doesn't even bother checking the shops, doesn't want anything.
You're already rocking some of the best money you can buy. And while that was going on, Zatrex hits 15 and finds Repel.
Repel is nice. You definitely want Repel, especially after you went to the effort of buying that silver shield. So maybe now we'll see Zatrex. I mean, now like you could beat a standard flags Dragon Lord anyway. You know, even without the flute.
Oh yeah, you're doing 8 to 16.
Yeah, it's plenty of stats. It looks like he is mostly running from stuff. Not sure if he put up the repel yet. I think those are mostly strong enemies he's seeing. I'm gonna pop into Cantlin and learn the big numbers. Still talking to shops. Might be low on keys.
We find a 1-for-2 deal on keys in Rim.
Older. Yeah, it looks like, okay. Artorious might actually be looking for herbs. Yeah, he hasn't filled up his herbs yet, and with 6 MP heal mores, that's probably a good investment.
And right near Rim, we find the Jerk Cave. We already know Harp Turn-In is just south of Start.
Okay, and Zatrex gets his keys, so he's rewarded for his Cantlin shop search, and Aaron finds Garen's grave. And yeah, with Aaron has actually not found the token yet. Hasn't gotten to that freebie cave, so more stuff from his perspective. He does find the Stones of Sunlight there on the top. Hits outside, missing Stones of Sunlight, Erdrick's armor, and Erdrick's sword. Aaron does not dive the grave. I guess he's aware of the multitude of spots that he hasn't seen, and he's gonna try and take a death here in the swamp.
So that means, by elimination, we know that the armor is on the search tile.
Okay, they do have Death Necklace. Yeah, yep, that would be the case. So yeah, Aaron making the right call here, though he doesn't have the information to know it for sure. And that's an interesting point from Beta. You don't need Erdrick's armor in this flag, so you can get away without it. But it does help. You don't hate having it. So how far out of your way do you go? Do you go 85 tiles west out of your way to grab that armor? Surely you don't rescue the princess. But it looks like Aaron is counting. Looks like a pretty straight shot here, pretty continuous landmass. Now he's counting south. Maybe he wants to leave a landmark at one of these towns, or he wants to take care of. Okay, I guess he probably made a landmark. And he's gonna do Hawksness on the way, get his sword.
Yeah, you haven't killed this. I think Aaron got kicked out of here last time.
An important note is that this is a small map. So reverse counting is off the table. You do not know where the edge of the world is in terms of precise coordinate numbers. And Aaron's Hurtmore should take care of this Star Wyvern in short order, and he will get his sword.
But with it being 85 west, couldn't you get 5 north of Start to go as far west as you can and just start searching one at a time?
You could do that. Yeah, you could do a single coordinate count that might kind of be what Aaron's going for here.
If you... Yeah, I'm not as experienced, so I don't know some of these things. So these are actual questions.
Okay, yeah, shoot.
Could you... On a small map, it's still 90 by 90. The walkable area is still 90 by 90, correct?
On the normal size map, it's 120 by 120. The square is. I'm not sure if there's a specific bounding box that contains... But according to RG, it's 90 by 90 is the small map. I never knew that. So, but I've never seen someone try to do like a reverse count on a small map. I don't know if you could like find the. I think it can be like offset from the edge.
Ah, okay. That's what I was wondering about.
Yeah, because if it's 90 by 90 and like Tanagal is not exactly on the East Coast, then I mean, it's gonna be like right on the beach, right? That's the 85 West, within 1 or 2 tiles of the beach.
Which makes a single coordinate count, like we were discussing earlier, more viable.
Yeah, just find that, except you'd be doing the single coordinate, the 5 north, but I mean, I don't think Aaron knows how many tiles north he is right now.
It looks like there's some geographical issues in just going west.
He landmarked it. Yeah, I don't think Zatrex might be trying. Yeah, it's a fairly challenging count. Yeah, Zatrex is like trying to count through these mountains, I think. Yeah, there he goes. I'm gonna go across, kind of across this river. Oh, that's, I mean, that's like more than 5 tiles from the edge.
Aaron did find the tile. It looks, at least according to chat.
Did he get the armor? Yes, he did. So that maybe puts this a little up in the air. Is Zatrex close? Yeah, Zatrex is just kind of like searching every... It seems like he just kind of counted out the general area and is just searching everywhere. This leaves the door open for Aaron to potentially take first place here, although it does not... Only top 2 actually matter. First place is purely for bragging rights. I guess Aaron hadn't finished Mountain Cave.
Aaron, as far as I know, just has to find Stone's Cave and is good to go.
Yeah, but he needs to find his token, but he doesn't necessarily know where it is. I guess that was the first thing. He must not have made it to that last chest in Mountain Cave earlier, and
as far as I know, I don't know if anyone else has seen it. I know Aaron has seen the Jerk Cave.
And Zatrex did successfully grab his armor with that haphazard count, so we've got a race on now between he and Aaron. Aaron still needing to find his token, but already having the Silver Harp traded in for the Staff of Rain. Meanwhile, Artorious and Ziggy fairly far behind.
And Aaron is going back in the grave, going to go to deep grave. We know that there's not going to be any value down here.
Artorious going for the princess.
And this may have been a... I saw those coordinates and decided I don't want to.
Let's hear. Oh boy, Aaron's diving grave. This could put Zatrex back in the driver's seat. As yeah, Zatrex is grabbing his staff. He's gonna get his rainbow drop and be on his way. And okay, he's the same level as Aaron, so he won't have an advantage in that department. Zatrex actually, with his Boko name, is on a strength agility build, so has a little extra defense. Probably won't make a difference. And yeah, Aaron gets the fighter's ring, I guess, out of bottom of grave. So that's something, but not what he was looking for. Artorious gonna get his staff.
If we saw Ziggy and Artorious both get in the coal and grab the harp out of there.
And Aaron has found his token to prove his ancestry. Just don't throw it away.
It does look like Zatrex didn't know where the jerk cave is, because it's right there.
Right as Zatrex grabs his rainbow drop, Aaron is ready to go grab his. Repel only costs 1 MP, that's nice.
Nice and dirt cheap. It does look like Ziggy's also going for a prince. No, it's not princess, that's a grave dive.
I think Beta's right here that for Ziggy and Artorious to get back into this one, we would need to see a pretty extraordinary DL1 to send one or both of Aaron and Zatrex home perhaps multiple times.
Or maybe a super trolley spike tile with that wakes up immediately, puts him to sleep, and starts punching for 90.
Yeah, if like a Demon Knight manages to break through and start landing hits, then yeah, we could see some action. Oh, there's the Star Wyvern on screen. 212 attack power and a fairly beefy 93 hit points, but no hurt resist, so fairly reliable to bring down with 2 or 3 hurt mores.
I wonder if our one of our trackers, Shihali, is proud of the Star Wyvern this seed.
Yeah. The Magia Wyvern, 25% DL2 fire. I don't think you're overly scared of that if you've got the armor on. Artorious, to this day, unarmed. Now Aaron entering Charlock, a couple of floors behind Zatrex. Zatrex throwing the repels, very smart. But there's that Demon Knight. He opts to swing. Seems like they're a pretty reliable kill. Probably more reliable than running away, and heck of a lot faster than playing that flute.
You just hope you don't get the 164 dodge chance, or whatever they rolled into.
Yeah, I didn't catch if have we gotten the Demon Knight up on screen?
I think we just had the bird family.
Ziggy just grabs his heel more just in time to perish in the swamp.
Oh, the actual
Artorious gonna
cheap.
grab his sword and finally be armed.
And Zatrex is about to show us what is on the spike. Right after message from this Droll Magi.
Yeah, Zatrex really committed to casting Sleep rather than playing the flute. And there is a Demon Knight there. He's pretty strong, but Zatrex just swings through it, dies in one hit.
Yeah, the Demon Knights forgot about the HP stat.
Yep, they spec'd it all into attack. Maximum glass cannon build.
See, Zatrex will be the first to be called a fool.
Now some music for the Dragon Lord. And we will get to find out how much damage from an attack. Oh no, he's going to stop spell first. Costs 3. Connects, stays asleep. All very fortunate. Hits for 11. Dragon Lord hits for 3. Ah, lame.
Dragon Lord has a bit of defense, but doesn't exactly punch. Looks like it's all punches.
12, but it looks like he's defense broken.
Looks like it was all punches and no HP on DL1.
Yeah, some flute playing for Zatrex and also for Aaron.
Looking at the damage differences, I think DL1's attack might be between 84 and 86. DL1's attack.
Yeah. Yeah, now Zatrex got the stop spell down, just gonna fight him like a regular old Dragon Lord.
And with another 11 heal mores doing 8 to 16. And you
Yeah,
build your sword
not much to worry about.
Aaron choosing to put the Dragon Lord to sleep.
Yeah, that'll cost him, yeah, at least for as long as he's attempting stop spells. It'll cost him a little bit of time, but he's in no danger of Artorious or Ziggy catching up. But Zatrex is getting plagued with some bad heal mores. Well, this will be fine, you know, got herbs in his pocket in case the Dragon Lord has a lot of HP or something, but...
And Zatrex takes down the Dragon Lord.
Get your GGs out. Zatrex, bit of a dark horse in this group, leads the whole way, dominates the race. After an arduous gold grind setup, it pays off. He's able to take first place, which carries no material benefit in the tournament over second place, but makes him probably feel better going into the grand finals. I think this has to be Zatrex's first trip to a finals ever in Dragon Warrior.
I'm thinking Aaron's got to be a couple swings away from finishing.
Yeah, it can't be too much. Yeah, there it goes. Get your GGs
right there.
for Aaron. Aaron2u2, who will join Zatrex in the grand finals, finishing this race in second place, comfortably ahead of Ziggy and Artorious. And in chat, we have Zatrex, who is tonight's winner, GG Zatrex, how'd you feel about that seat?
I am shocked that what could have been a god-awful start worked out for me.
Yeah, you crushed that. That early gold grind was looking pretty dicey. You know, it took you a while to find a place to spend that gold, but then once it turned into a big grind seed, just looking for those armored knights, having that broadsword paid off big time, and you were able to, you know, you were able to surge ahead. The only one who was able to keep up with you was Aaron, because Aaron had a hand axe that was almost as good. While Ziggy and Artorious were unarmed and fell well behind.
Well, this will make the third race Aaron and I have done together in this tournament where we've been within a minute of each other, so that's fitting.
Yeah, it'll be interesting in the grand finals, especially with it being cumulative time-based. Those close finishes will be interesting.
Yeah, I got more hopeful. The more of the overworld I saw, the more things with DL2. I was like, okay, the flute's helping me. Because I wouldn't have done what I'd done if it was just gold or just the flute. I wouldn't have done it. But the fact that it was both, I was like, I'm going to be able to get to a town.
Yeah. I mean, it all kind of came together there to make that gold grind viable. And yeah, we wound up being about 10 minutes, I think, before you were on the board in terms of experience points. And by that point, you know, I think Ziggy and Artorious were like level 6. But, you know, you just caught up so fast having that gear. And yeah, from there, you're just a little bit ahead the whole way.
Crazy. I was trying not to panic on the search tile. I was like, I don't need to go back for the princess. I know I'm in the right spot. Just keep do your circles and your swirls and you'll find it eventually.
Did you ever think that maybe you could do it without the armor?
I wasn't going to. I know you can flute your way through it, but like by the time I picked up stones, I was like, I know armor's right there, and it's mostly a straight line count. I had to go over a couple of rivers, but it was doable. Like even when I screwed it up, like it was like, let me just do my circles and I'll get it.
And congratulations to aaron2u2, who will be returning to the grand finals of Winter League, looking for a second winter title. How'd you feel about that seed, Aaron?
I do not know. This was. I saw Stone's Cave really early, and I never went there. And if I would have, it's like almost 10 minutes, maybe? This would have been quicker. It would have been insane. Just did not go there to get the token and decided to do everything else. Didn't need sword, didn't need armor, didn't need to go back in the mountain, didn't need to do deep grave. None of that crap mattered. We had the flute. We had, the best equipment you could buy except for magic armor, which, who cares about? And, yeah. But, I have a feeling that, I don't know, did I start out pretty good? Because I felt like that grind was the best we were going to see, even though it was awful.
Yeah, that grind was pretty much what everyone was doing, and you and Zatrex were able to get way ahead by having equipment. Zatrex did the gold grind like immediately right out of Tanagel, and it took him about 10 minutes to find Breckenary and buy gear with the gold he got out of Tanagel. But you got the hand axe, and Zatrex had the broadsword, so you're in similar positions, and you guys surged way ahead on experience right away.
Yeah, it might have been closer to 5 minutes for me if I didn't get, back attacked twice right outside Garrenham.
Oh, I tell you what, I made a huge strategic blunder there, and I see Beta in chat, he might have realized it. I had the death necklace. I had a place I could sell the death necklace for a broadsword, and I did not do it. And it took me a little bit, to actually get to be able to buy that axe, but that was dumb. Like, this is a flag set where you don't really need the death necklace. So I felt really dumb not doing that, and it was eating at me the entire time.
So Ziggy has decided to give us a show here. He's out of contention for the finals, but he is going to try and fight the Dragon Lord on level 13 with full plate. instead of Erdrick's armor, not wanting to do those coordinates. So this might be interesting. Even in this flag set, this is a dicey Dragon Lord fight. He's going for stop spells. He's not getting them. Might end up in a situation where he's eating those herbs, trying to keep it alive.
Ziggy's decided if you're already out, you may as well go for style points.
Yeah, and it'll probably still be good enough here to get him ahead of Artorious, who is looking for his jerk cave right now.
Yeah, my style plan was if Hurtmore's cheap enough and I already know I'm in third, I'm killing it with Hurtmore.
Yeah, I never had one of those seeds, but GG Zatrex, you had mentioned that I was able to pop you by about a minute in their last races, and it looks like you returned the favor today.
Well, let's keep the trend going into finals.
What, we switch spots so that we end up fully tied and have to do a tie break anyway?
Perfect.
Down to like the 100th of a second tied.
Yes, the what should be statistically impossible.
Yeah, down to the frame.
Night and I have already caused the admin's headaches once. Let's see if you can do something worse to them.
You guys can get your GGs out for Ziggy, who managed to seal up a fight with a sleepy Dragon Lord. 142 HP on that, so a pretty simple Dragon Lord fight. No sleep and no heal. You know, you guys, what this grand finals reminds me of is Splintered. It was always me and Aaron and Zatrex, me and you guys, and you remember how those went.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I got curb stomped. I enjoyed playing that game, but I couldn't race it for crap. So there you go. The hint, the strategy to Winter League is to play Splintered.
I tell you what, man, my mapping got better after playing Splintered because your character moves so fast. You got to memorize that map more quickly.
In Splintered, you could just there was like an in-game map. You didn't even have to map.
Oh right, yeah, I never used that for mapping. I would just run around. I'm a mental mapper anyway, so like I'm just like I felt like my mapping in DWR got better after playing Splintered enough.
Anyway, we are joined by tonight's third and fourth place finishers, Ziggy and Artorious, respectively. GG's guys, what do you think about the seed?
I wish I saw the Stone Man a little bit earlier, but other than that, yeah, what a start. That was an annoying start. I don't know how people got away. I think my biggest mistake was that I should have sacrificed the key for the flute immediately. But I kept having hope that the key would be worthwhile, but it really wasn't.
GG's everyone. I have never waited for someone to finish in third place for so badly in a race. So thank you, Ziggy, for putting me out of my misery.
Yeah, well, I saw Zatrex finish, and I was going to do the armor, and I ended up like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to dive without the armor to finish the seed, hopefully. But then Aaron finished like a minute later, and I was like, okay, at least I'll give the viewers an interesting dive, and actually did manage to beat the Dragon Lord. By the way, did anyone count how many turns that flute slept the Dragon Lord? That was like 9 turns. That was ridiculous.
That was a very, very snoozy Dragon Lord.
Did you ever?
I think.
Did you guys both find and fight the Armored Knight for your grind early?
I found one, never managed to kill it. I thought he had too much. Even after a crit, I didn't kill it, so.
Okay, yeah, I think that was the big thing that kind of put you behind Ziggy was that Aaron and Zatrex were really taking out those Armored Knights.
Wow, must have been nice to not have them run every other turn, so.
Yeah, flute was very helpful for that.
Yeah, the flute was completely necessary. Those guys, sometimes it was like 5 or 6 hits. I don't know. I threw 3 fairy waters at it initially. It didn't kill it, and I think it killed me with hurt. Because when I got to Breck early, I bought stupidest combination of things I could imagine. Again, I'm still beating myself up a little bit for not selling. Wait, was there a place that I could have sold No, I actually don't think I could have sold the death necklace. I thought I could, but I couldn't have. So never mind. I'm beating myself up over something.
Garenham had
done.
two tool shops.
Well, I didn't see Garenham for a long time.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I wish I saw Breck earlier because I would have been able to set up a gold grind way earlier, but it took me I think 30 minutes to see Breck. And I saw Cantlin only at the very, very end of the seed. That went really bad.
Yeah, Camlin was my first town that saved me from just ending the seed earlier. Because I did what I did in almost every single one of my practice seeds, with an extra key start. I got gold and I unlocked the back, which got me a chainmail. So, that was nice.
I mean, chainmail's pretty good, right? It would, actually, I think everything in there was way too strong or way too weak. I don't know. I feel like, again, I still don't, I mentioned this in chat. I don't know where the noodle was. Like, I saw the red dragon when I had 500 experience, and I didn't see anything weaker than that. I had to flute and swing down a couple of skeletons when I had the hand axe to be able to kill anything. And I think it took me to like 10 minutes to get any experience.
Did
the
you
metal
not see?
scorpion was your noodle.
Yes, it was.
Sorry, what was that? What? I didn't hear it.
Metal Scorpion was a noodle.
Yeah,
Oh.
the metal.
No, I killed that later, and I didn't even notice how much experience it gave. But I didn't see it in Zone 0. I only saw ghosts, and it was pretty much just ghosts, just nonstop ghost.
Yeah, I think it was ghosts, metal scorpions, skeletons, wraiths, and drakemas in Zone 0.
Well, I guess it worked out. The red dragon was a noodle, if you didn't know. Got really excited after I killed 2 armor knights and ran into a red dragon and one-shot it, and then I saw like 12 experience, and I just laughed.
Same, except I hadn't killed armor knights by that point.
Yeah, and I don't think anyone ever saw a single golem.
Nope.
Nope.
Good.
Did not.
The stonemen weren't too bad if you could, flute them. I don't remember how much hit points they had. They had a little bit of defense because I couldn't kill them the first time I fought them, and they hit really hard. But the end of the game, I think my last 1,500 experience was just smashing every single stone man that came across my path.
Blue dragons are also good. They were single hits with decent AP.
Never saw
I
one.
didn't see a blue until I was already in Gobo, and I was like, well, that would have been nice earlier. Oh well, keep walking.
I will say it was a strategy of mine that I was I didn't check the treasury right away since we had 11 attack power. I went out see if I could kill a noodle, and then I saw the ridiculous experience requirement. Which, by the way, I've had happen 5 times out of my 6 practice seeds. Just always really high experience requirements on level 1. I hate this random levels flag because this is what always happens. And at that point, I'm like, well, I don't care what's in this treasury as long as it gives me something. I'm going because this is stupid. And when it was gold, I decided to push out for a town and managed to get Breck first try. I didn't. I never killed any of the metal slimes. I don't know how many hit points they had, but they had sleep and weak breath, and they were running the first time I saw them. But they had at least 40 some because I wasn't able to get through it.
You managed to get a hand axe at the start of the seed? Jeez.
No, what happened was I went outside, died, went in, got gold out of the treasury, saved it, died about 4 times. Then I walked straight to Breck, bought chainmail and 3 fairy waters, and then killed nothing for a while. But I was able to max out keys, and I'm like, I guess we should check the back door. And then I was like, okay, there's a hand axe here, and there's a gold chest, and I feel really stupid. And yeah, so it was about 10 minutes, I think, before I got my first experience. But the fact that I had that, it sounds like I was able to just churn out some quick levels.
Yeah, because I think for about 30 minutes I was killing metal scorpions and skeletons barehanded because there was nothing else I could do.
Also, anybody else peek over and see Stone's Cave right at the beginning of the seed and then not go there until they'd checked every other thing?
Actually, didn't see it up there. I stopped before I could see it, I guess. I saw the end of the peninsula and just turned around. But yeah, I can see where that you could see it from the bottom from my map. Yeah.
Like if I had pushed through and just got that, my exploration would have been done in Grave. I never would have got the sword or the armor because I hadn't got through Hawksness or done the cord count at that point, and I would have just been done. It would have felt good. So, anybody else also just not visited and in at the end of the game? That's one of the fun things about these flags. I'm like, well, I'm not going to need 6. So I literally just return back and I have 22 MP, and I'm just, all right, use a couple herbs, let's go, Sherlock.
Well, I didn't have that luxury. I
doing that a
didn't
little
have
bit
the
at the end.
armor, so I needed to actually get a heal in.
Sorry, what did you say, Zatrex?
I was saying I did that a little bit at the end too. I also almost walked that's Charlock without trading in my harp or getting the rainbow drop, which I've done before. I caught myself halfway there though.
Well, I know
I'm
that
pretty good about this count too. I was off by 1, but when you have to go south and then north, like I did, I literally stopped the count in Hawks and then returned after Hawksness was not the token, and just rejoined the count, did it over water. Felt really nice to not rescue Gwaelin.
I know that Aaron and I have already talked about it last night when we were in the reversed positions, but so Zatrex, I guess, do you have any thoughts about the incoming onslaught of flags that await us in the finals?
Is next week the Tri-State week? Or I'm sorry, is the first race of next week the Tri-State race?
It sure is. It is also the first of 2 races that will have the permanent torch turned off.
Ooh, I am super out of practice with that.
You and me both. And I mean, if there's like rotated dungeon rooms, just forget it.
Oh God. I think it's until you get Radiant.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think that we're done with the rotated ones though, so you can't put it on with.
I think it might be
I don't think
Tri-Stated
it
next week.
works with the flags. If it is tri-stated, then there's a chance we can get soft locked, I think. So I don't know. I haven't looked that close.
It was in there when I looked.
Well, in that case, I hope it's on and then we don't get soft locked. As me and everyone else quickly goes through the rules again.
So yeah, randomly rotate mirror dungeons is maybe, shuffle chests and searches is maybe, and stair shuffle is maybe.
Well, so there's a 25% chance that there is a 2% chance. So whatever that is, there's less than a 1% chance it can happen, because the only way it can happen is if a chest rolls into, what is it, Stone's Cave or Tablet in one of the alternate chest locations, and it rotates so that chest is in the top left corner. Like I asked it, it's not Stones, excuse me. It's a Tablet or a Swamp. Those are the 2.
Just one thing though, random chest locations are off. So.
Oh, did I misread it?
Yeah, there's shuffle chests and searches.
Oh.
That part is maybe, but the locations is off. So no soft locks.
Okay, I was mixing up shuffle chests and searches. Okay.
It's like you guys know what you're doing.
My play here tonight, it says no, maybe.
I'm the one who actually has to play it, jeez Louise.
Yeah, so thank you, Zatrex and Aaron, for saving Ziggy and I from more Winter League. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Keep calling that sword.
Yeah, I'm glad that I got to face you, Ziggy. No offense to everyone else, but since I count you as one of my rivals, I don't get the chance to play you guys enough. And I don't know. I want to be like revenge for summer tournament, but whatever. It's fun. And I know how good you
How many
are.
times,
How good.
Aaron, do you and I have to be in finals together before I make your official rivals list?
If you beat me, then yeah.
Ooh, it's on now. All right.
Yeah,
I did beat you on cumulative time.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We have these fun winter leagues, seems like every other year. Hopefully more often, but I don't know. But yeah, GG Ziggy, you did a great job this tournament, and I know Winter League tends to be a roller coaster sometimes, but it's great racing. And Artorious just absolutely good job in this tournament. I know last year you had a bit of disappointment, so it was you bounced back and played super good, and it was awesome to see. And of course, Zatrex, you made the finals, man. Awesome.
I know, first bracket and first finals.
You have to ask Quinn about that one. Or Chierno, he's around here somewhere.
But yeah, GG's to everyone. Good luck, Zatrex and Aaron in the finals. GG Ziggy, again, well played making it this far, and thank you to the Restream crew. Always cannot do this without any of you, so I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much.
GG's.
Yes, and GG's to you as well, Artorious.
Yeah, be sure all of you at home to follow our runners tonight, and also follow our Restream crew. Again, that's Shahali and RG365 on the tracking, and Velia V on the Restream. And my co-commentator NG Dave, and I have been Quinn Patrick. It looks like we are going to be rating. We're going to be rating Zelda speedruns pretty soon here. As soon as we're done, I'm not sure. I assume they're playing a Zelda game.
I think they said
Zelda
one
speedruns. No, if we're doing Zelda speedruns, that is the Z2R Finals Game 1 with Tabby Orange versus our own Angel FM.
Oh, wow. Wow. Angel seeking redemption from his early Winter League exit. Going to be trying to seal up the championship there in Z2R.
Hopefully we can see a nice and rude GP.
I don't know anything about Z2R. They have a random map, don't they, like we do?
Random map, random dungeon layouts.
Dude, that's crazy. I can't even play vanilla Zelda 2.
And Aaron, if I remember correctly, Angel has a chance to be the first to win two major tournament in two different randomizers.
As far as I know, I mean, I'm not the expert, but I've never
Really, has
seen
no one
anyone
done
actually
that?
well, people who win randomizer tournaments are really good at that tournament, and it's hard to be really good at multiple ones. But Angel's got a chance. Again, I don't know every single randomizer, but I've seen it happen. I always say major tournament because, who cares if you win some training tournament or whatever. That doesn't really count. So we've had a few people close, but the last time I talked this up was with Slamu, and then he lost, and then he drug Artorious, or maybe Artorious drug Slamu. I can't remember which way it happened, and it was a big controversy, so let's not talk him up too much.
There's got to be someone across like all the Super Nintendo Final Fantasy randomizers and stuff who's won.
I know Fiery Blizzard has won a bunch of career day tournaments, and I, at the very least, won a team tournament in Worlds Collide.
Yeah, we had Judge Joe over here won the career day tournament that ended a couple of months before DWR started, I think. I know it because he beat Archfield Monk in the finals.
And he was a serious contender here. Got that #1 seed, but couldn't make it happen in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I thought maybe Chadbert was a possibility too, but I don't think he actually won a Final Fantasy Randomizer tournament. I'd have to check. Sonny Raff's won a Z2R tournament, but he, despite he's been decent here in DWR, but hasn't been too close to a title. But yeah, so it should be exciting. Do you guys need me to do the raid? Because I don't think anyone's doing it.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I guess Destiny was waiting for us to be done yapping.
When we start talking about other randomizers, yeah, you guys can go ahead and.
All right, thanks everybody. Peace.
Yep. See you guys. Have a good one.